Gentlemen, if you can hear me loud and clear, put a one in the chat. Let me know I can be heard so we could get this thing started. Appreciate you guys being here as always. You already know how we do. Appreciate you. And just to be clear, for the 25 or some odd people that are on YouTube right now, you should come over to Rumble, stop playing, go over to Rumble. The only reason I put it on YouTube was because I want to tell the people, a few people didn't know where I was, right? There's a few people who didn't know where I was, like Mike Reyes Crypto, right? He didn't know where I was. So he thinks that I was gone. But we've been here. We just on Rumble, bro. So anybody who is on YouTube watching right now, just please switch over to Rumble right now. Hold on, let me put the so you can connect to us. There's the information right there at the Crypto Gang Podcast on Rumble. So go ahead and switch over to Rumble right now. That is the reason I did this, because I want you guys to know we're on Rumble, because a lot of you thought that we just disappeared. No, no, no. Go to Rumble right now and yeah, put the numbers over there. You heard? So that is why I did that. Because some of you guys actually thought that we just disappeared. No, we didn't disappear. We just on Rumble. So just go ahead and switch over to Rumble right now. And go ahead and make sure you subscribe and all of that. Cause we lost a part of the flock, because dudes thought that we just left. Like, YouTube cut off the Crypto Gang podcast channel, and they just thought that we left. Nah, man, we didn't leave. Go to Rumble right now, hit that subscribe button, and let us know that you just made it to Rumble. By the way, let us know in the chat that you made it to Rumble, because that's where we are. Like, we're not gonna be streaming from YouTube. Like, we're not gonna be giving them our business and our attention. I just wanted to get on. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get on to the YouTube people and let them know that we are on Rumble right now. So make sure you go ahead and you join us on Rumble. We are not fucking with YouTube. Fuck YouTube. They could eat a whole dick as far as I'm concerned. Fuck YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because they can put racist content on here. You got dudes singing about hanging black people from trees and shit, and they get to stay. But then, you put something up. They don't even tell you what you did. They just tell you that you violated, and they cut you off. They don't even tell you what you did. Fuck YouTube, yo. Fuck YouTube. So that's the only reason I got on, was to let everybody that's on YouTube know. Listen, we on Rumble. Um, I'm sorry that you guys thought we was gone, man. I'm sorry y'all thought we was gone, man. We got on the next day. We was on the next day on Rumble, yo. We was on the next day. So YouTube didn't stop shit for us. They didn't stop shit for us. We been chilling. And we had a Patreon live stream on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew where we were. So before we got the festivities started. But yeah, we been here, family. We didn't even stop. We didn't miss one day. We didn't miss one day. So if you're on YouTube right now, if you're on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and switch over to Rumble. That's us right there at the Crypto Gang Podcast on Rumble. Go ahead and subscribe. Let us know you made it to the other side. And I could tell y'all are coming over, because I see my count going up really quick. And go ahead and hit that subscribe. Y'all already know what it is. So yeah, man. Yeah. Let's go. That's right. I see the number on YouTube going down, which means that y'all dudes are going over to Rumble, and that's what I'm talking about. So that's Beautiful. Thank you. So everybody should be on Rumble by the time this thing is done. Again, the only reason I came over is because brothers thought we were going. They didn't know that we had just moved the show over. It ain't, man, listen, we did the next live stream. We didn't even stop. I didn't take a break. I didn't chill out. We didn't do none of that. We kept going. And I see the dudes are subscribing to Rumble. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is where we are, family. This is where we are. Fuck YouTube. That's my story. Yep. So, make sure if you're on YouTube right now that you're switching over to the Rumble side, because we're not doing this again. This was just to let everybody know where we were. And, that's what it is. All right, man. So, with that being said, hope you guys are having a wonderful week. It is Friday evening for you guys. Family, I am more than happy and elated to report that I know that you guys are on your way to being financially free, man. I know this. I know this. I told you, gentlemen. Did I not tell you? Did I not tell you, family, that you were on your way to financial freedom? Didn't I tell you that they had to pass the Clarity Act, that they have to pass the Clarity Act? Did I not say that? Go ahead and put a fire emoji if I said it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, put a thumbs down, right? But did I not say that they are going to pass the Clarity Act? As a matter of fact, they have to pass the Clarity Act. There is no other way. There is no other way, family. They have to pass the Clarity Act. And when they do, you win. Let's go. Let's go. I told you guys there is no other way. They have to pass the Clarity Act. And guess what? Brad Garlinghouse and Brian Armstrong, they are confirming this. They're letting y'all know. Listen, they got to do this. There's no other way for this to go down. They have to do that. Y'all already know. Come on, man. Let's start with Brian Armstrong. Family, they're all but telling you, if you've been in this game, if you've been collecting the blue chips, you're gonna be rich, man. Check it out. Let's listen to Brian Armstrong.
Crypto regulation is a big topic here at the World Liberty Forum in Mar-a-Lago. Joining me now is Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong and Senator Bernie Moreno, Republican from Ohio. Senator Moreno is one of the leaders of the negotiations in Washington and a former crypto entrepreneur himself. Gentlemen, it's good to have you both.
Thank you for having us.
Kind of rare to have you together. I like it. So Brian, what is the status of the market structure regulation that you famously blocked from passing a few weeks ago?
Yeah, well, we're here meeting with crypto companies, bank representatives, and senators as well to see if we can get to a solution on market structure. And one of the big issues that did come up in the past was this idea of stablecoins on rewards. I wouldn't say we blocked it. In fact, nobody, I think, in the crypto space has been working harder on this over the last few years to try to get some legislation. What we did say was the current draft, we had some issues with it. I think that caused everyone to come back to the table. And there's now a path forward where we can get a win-win-win outcome here.
Did y'all hear that? Now there's an outcome where they could get a win-win-win. Family, there was never any doubt that it was going to pass. They had to pass it. There was no other way. Trump needs this thing passed before the midterm elections. This cannot go anywhere near November. They have to pass the Clarity Act before we get anywhere near November. You can't be in a position where the Democrats have the opportunity to play or believe that they can stall and wait till the end of the election. So you can't do this in October. You can't even do it in September. You have to do this now. And this is a beautiful thing in many respects, because the bottom line is, once that Clarity Act is passed and they have the rules of the road, suddenly you are dealing with individuals who are going to wipe 90% of the cryptos off the playing board. All of those bullshit cryptos, all of those cryptos that do not have utility, they will be wiped away. They will be done. And you will only have a small group of cryptos for all of that money, all of that money that's coming from the financial institution to come into. So if you take it from millions of coins to hundreds of coins, all of the money goes into those hundreds of coins instead of being sporadically placed in these bullshit coins that I like to blame Solana for. All of these pumped out fun coins. You know what I'm saying? Um Master Tactics said unsafe moon will survive. Listen, I don't know what it's supposed to be doing. I know that we have it's on Solana now. So I don't know what happens, but like I said, I still have my safe moon left over from the what you call it that I made. Now, if this thing does a little something, I'll be perfectly fine with it. But if it dies, I'm okay with that too. But the majority of crypto will disappear, and all of that money will have to squeeze into the utility. Master Tactics, I hope you're right, my brother. I hope you're right. I hope BTT does go to $8. I don't expect nothing like that, but fam, I wish. I'm just saying, I wish, bro. But I feel your energy on that. I feel your energy on that, right? Okay, our subscribers are coming in. So shout out to all of y'all. I see you, Ken Marco, Mike Reyes, and my man, hold on, who is that? M M I don't even know how to AMC, you know who you are. I do not have any idea how to pronounce that, but um Ataku, leave us alone, man. We made our little bad investment. Leave us alone, man. Let's go, right? So Brian Armstrong is letting you guys know. Look, man, we came up with something where all of us can eat, right? Basically, Brian Armstrong was like, and don't get me wrong, listen, all of these dudes are billionaires. They don't give a fuck about the retail investor. So let's just be real about that, right? Look at Marcus Cowell. Marcus Cowell, you better get over here on the Rumble side. Don't be letting me see that YouTube thing. You better get over here on the Rumble side. You see what we doing. Marcus Cowell said, get that Keeta. Sell your XRP, baby. Get that Keeta. You already know. Now I know some of y'all are saying, what the fuck is Keeta? But that's what I'm saying. You gotta listen to that dude Luke Bell, whatever his name is, Belford or whatever the fuck his name is. And get that Keeta. I know you never heard of it. It doesn't have any connections. Nobody's claiming it. Nobody ever talks about it. But get that Keeta. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Um, Mike Reyes said, never thought in 100 years I see O'Heen on here. Listen, um, things happen for a reason. That's what I believe. I think that was the universe saying, man, get the fuck off of YouTube. They don't respect you. They not showing you no love. Fuck these dudes. You fuck around and we might become super famous on Rumble. So, it is what it is. Mr. October 99 is in the building, sending that first Rumble slash super chat. He says it was a blessing for you to make the switch. I'm trying to tell you, that's what I think too. I think the universe was like, nah, man, get the fuck off of YouTube because fuck them, man. Fuck YouTube. So, we came over here. There was no issues. We got right to it. And I appreciate Rumble for that, man. So get on over here. Make sure you subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I want to, by the time the stream is done, I want to see everybody with the Rumble logo on there. What you call it? And y'all over here. Because right now we got 22 people on the YouTube side. So those 22, if y'all could come over to the Rumble side, that'll be a beautiful thing, right? Because this is the last stream that'll be shown on YouTube, right? So, basically, this is the fuck YouTube. I'm just want my subscribers to come over to the other side and join us on Rumble, right? Let's go. So that is what it is, right? All right. So, like I said, your man Brian Armstrong is telling you you're about to be happy. Now, like I said, Brian Armstrong, he's a billionaire. He doesn't really give a shit about the retail investor. But what he does give a fuck about is a steady stream of income. So even though he's talking about yield, now of course that's going to benefit you, but he's really talking about himself, right? If he can get people to basically get yield, that's going to attract them to Coinbase, right? And as you guys already know, which we'll talk about a little later, he's already set the stage. Well, I'm not even going to mention that. I'll mention that later, right? Let's go. Yeah, Kim Morocco. Ken Morocco is up in here. What up, bro? He said I just stepped over to the side. Yeah, let's go. He said I just stepped over to the other side. Let's go. Appreciate you being here, bro. Let's go. Right? Let's go. Yeah, man. Hold on. Did you the ghost said I've been researching that 2-year-old Kita is supposed to replace XRP. That's all I need to hear. Back the truck up now. Let's go. I'm trying to tell you, I don't know what. Well, we know what he was trying to do. He bought a whole bunch of it, and he was trying to get one of those quick moves. But the problem is you messed up. You said it was going to replace XRP. You should have said that it could work alongside it or it could work with it, but you said it was going to replace it. And that's when everybody knew you was full of shit. So, that's it. That's it, bro. Right? So let's get back to it because this dude, Brian Armstrong, he is basically saying he knows that you guys are going to be wealthy, man. He knows that the Clarity Act is going to pass. He knows that you guys are going to be financially free. And I'm here for all of that. So let's get back into it, yo.
For the crypto industry, a win for the banks, and a win for the American consumer to get President Trump's crypto agenda through to the finish line so we can make America the crypto capital of the world.
Were you surprised? What was your reaction when he after he's obviously been so involved in this and was so deep on it and then came out against the version of the bill? How did you react to that?
Well, look, I had concerns about the bill, still have some concerns about the bill. We weren't done. We got hung up on the issue of rewards on stablecoins, which is really, in my mind, really shouldn't be part of this equation.
Wait, can we just explain this? Like why people should care about this? What the whole yield rewards on stablecoins thing is about?
Well, unless you own a bank, you probably shouldn't care. But because if you're an American consumer, what it means is that the cash that you hold, you're going to have competition to pay you more interest. So you're going to be able to get more money for the money that you have in your wallet or the money that you have in some sort of account. So
family. This is beautiful. Shout out to Brian Armstrong, by the way. Shout out to Brian Armstrong, by the way. Listen, we know Brian is in it for himself. We're not going to pretend that we don't know that Brian is in it for himself. But my man said Let these other dudes eat, man. We got all this food. We got a little extra. Let these dudes eat. Why you over here trying to make sure that they starve? Give them a little bit. We got all of this. Everybody in this bitch is a billionaire. You trying to say the retail investor can't get no change? Momart is up in here. He says, "Yo, what up, family? Appreciate you being here. I see you're Uriah Victorious. What up? He from Uptown Bloppity Bloop. What is up, family? See Boogie Master Tactics. Face Facts is up in here. Yeah, I knew I had to do this because you know, we got 21 people on the YouTube side. Make sure you come over to our side. I see you, Mr. October. He came back. Mr. October, he says, have them pass the bill. If we don't get yield, watch how people move their money overseas. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it's beautiful. Appreciate you with that super chat / rant. Appreciate that, brother. Yo, listen, Mr. October, you showing me love today, man. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you. Right? So yeah, man. He understands that, listen, y'all already billionaires. Go ahead and let these dudes eat. Stop. Why are you doing that? And the banks are like, nah, fuck the retail investor. Let them starve. You know what I'm saying? Let them starve. That's what they're basically saying. And that's, the banks are doing that. Why? Because they already know. And let's be honest. You think the banks don't know that their business model is already dead? Huh? Y'all think that the bank doesn't know that their business model is already dead? You think they don't know that they have to get ready to adapt to the new financial system? You think that people haven't already stopped using bank accounts? I said it to y'all before. The only reason that a person would use a bank account is because they need to pay their bills, right? You need to pay that electric bill, that gas bill, that water bill. You need to pay that mortgage or that car note. You need to pay your rent. You use your bank account, right? But that's the only thing that you would keep money in a bank account for. Anybody else in their right mind, they have their money in some type of crypto that gives them yield, that gives them rewards, that gives them more crypto. Why would I keep my money in a bank if I don't need to? The only reason people would keep their money in a bank is because they need to pay bills. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. Suede HTX, we over here on Rumble, man. Get over here, join us on Rumble. Here we are. You see the Rumble thing. Join us on Rumble, bro. I just got on YouTube to let dudes know that we're on the Rumble side. So just join us on Rumble, bro. Join us on this side. You heard? Join us on this side. I see you. Right? So yeah, man. That's what it is. So the banks, they know they're done. They know they're cooked, but they was trying to see if these dudes was desperate enough to pass anything because they don't want to adapt. They want everybody to adapt to them. The problem is the banks have no leverage. They have a lot of money, but they have no leverage. The new world is here. You the old bitch in the club and you're trying to tell us what type of man you want. And the market doesn't give a fuck what type of man a 55-year-old woman wants. The market doesn't care about that. You know what I'm saying? Now you got this 21-year-old chick coming in here and she's telling you, and everybody's going to try to do what she says. But nobody cares what a 55-year-old woman has to say. And that's what the banks are in this argument. You the old bitch talking about how you used to be popping. You know what I'm saying? Like 30 years ago, that was 30 years ago. It's 2026 now. We paying attention to the 21-year-old right here that just walked in the door. You know what I'm saying? So This is what's happening with the banks. They're learning that they are no longer the standard for us. And they are no longer a part of our team. We don't care what they say. We don't need them, and we're not working with them. That's it. Right? So let's keep going back to Armstrong. Get ready to make us some money. Let's go, family.
This is very, very good for working Americans because ultimately this is about giving Americans more rewards for being able to have cash on reserve, being able to get paid quicker, being able to transact faster, democratize the financial systems. But we're going to get this bill across the finish line. But I would say
when?
Hopefully by April. Hopefully by April.
I was going to say, because if you don't by the midterms and then the House goes Democrat, then what happens to it?
Yeah, I told y'all. I told y'all. Hold on. We got all these super chats / rants up in here. Let me get my man Ken Morocco is in the building. He said, let's fucking go. He said, this will definitely be a hot summer for 2026. Appreciate you, Ken Morocco. Appreciate that, brother. And we got my man, brother from down under. He said, yeah, fuck Jute. He said, we are moving forward with our movement. Crypto+Passports equals freedom. Let's fuck go, man. Let's go. Right. And hold on. We got a sponsor. My man. Hold on. You know what we got to do when we get those sponsorships, y'all. Y'all know what we got to do. So let's do it, baby. And of course,
in the paper because I'm asked what the what? What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside.
And not to be outdone.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
Appreciate you, my dude. Thank you. And my man says, shout out to Oheen. Shout out to Bit Bussies. What? He says, shout out to H-Ball Marines. He says, shout out to XRP Army. He says, so what's your thoughts about Supreme Court found illegal towards Trump's tariffs? I think it's a minor hiccup. We are really going to, I'll really talk about it the next show, but I think it's a minor hiccup. I don't think it's like a devastating blow or anything like that, but I will say that we might have to pay attention. Right? Because Trump is accusing certain individuals of being compromised, right? So I don't know. Basically, maybe they went by the law and they're saying that he can't use the specific 1977 law, and he might have to use another avenue, or he might have to work on getting Congress permission to do so. Now, the problem with that is that the Democrats, they just want to go against anything he says. Like if this dude, somebody said, if Trump came by and he found the cure to cancer, the Democrats would say, yeah, but the cure gives people headaches. Like they'll always look for something wrong, even though it's the best thing. They'll always look for something to be wrong. So, that's what it is, right? And yeah, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't think that they're giving that money back. I don't think nobody's giving that fucking money back. I think that money's gone. But they're probably saying from this point on, he can't use tariffs under that law. He's probably going to have to find another law that he can use it under. I think it's just a minor setback. I don't think it's like, I don't think it's world ending. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. So I don't think like they stopped this dude in any way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I believe that too, Otaku 8209. He said the cure is there. They're just not giving it out. I believe that too. But what I'm saying is if this dude, whatever he does, if it helps, they'll still find a way to basically say that it's bad. You know what I'm saying? If he found the cure to world hunger by, you put one drop in the field and that shit grows plentiful harvest, they would be like, oh, but it's it's contributing to, I don't know, dangerous something in the atmosphere. So whatever it is, they'll find a way to say that he did something wrong. That's basically what their job is, right? Um, but yeah. So that's my take on it. But I wanted to talk about it once I got all the information. So I'll do that with the next time we meet. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. Uh-oh, hold on. we got my man Lim Hendricks showing some love in the building. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate that support as always. Y'all showing me love in the chat today, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate it for real. Right? So let's get to it, man. Cause listen, I told y'all dudes, didn't I tell y'all dudes? Didn't I tell y'all when I had said y'all are going to be financially free? They have to do it. And you see what she asked. She said, y'all got to get this done quick because if the midterms get here, y'all are screwed on this. Like, this is not getting done during the midterms. It's not getting done. And that is the truth. They got to get this done, bro. They got to get this done. There's no other way. You got to get this done. Bottom line, right? Let's keep going.
Well, the House isn't going to go Democrat, neither is the Senate. People say, well, the election were today. The election is not today. We're going to win because, look, at the end of the day, the American people are sick and tired of open borders. That's why we got elected. They were sick and tired of high inflation. They were sick and tired of an out-of-control government. We're about to see $100 billion in additional tax refunds, most of that money going to working Americans. The Democrats only have one idea, which is hatred of President Trump, and that's not a very good idea in terms of actually advancing the lives of working Americans.
The problem with that is you don't want to take that chance. You need to pass this fast because you do not want to take that chance. You don't want to gamble that y'all are going to keep the House and the Senate. You need to pass this quickly because if your plan doesn't pan out, the game is over because y'all already know that the Democratic Party is the party of poverty, right? They are the ones that give the food stamps, the public assistance. This is what they use to keep their voters, right? So this is a weapon that has been used on Black women since I don't know how long. Basically will you stay in the projects, you get welfare, you get food stamps, you get Section 8, you get Medicaid, right? You get all of these different things, and you just make sure you keep voting for us so you can keep getting this. The problem with Black people is they're getting tired of the same old spiel while they're watching other groups advance, right? And like I said before, the problem with the foundational Black Americans is we didn't understand that in politics, you have to be a political whore. You have to be politically promiscuous. And that's what all the other groups have figured out. This is what the white community does. This is what the Asian community does. This is what the immigrants do, right? They are political whores. They are politically promiscuous. They do not have allegiance to nobody. All they know is I need y'all to offer some deals, and whoever has the best deal, that's who I'm running with, right? The Asians, they don't care about Democrat or Republican. They don't care about that. All they care about is what's the deal on the table, and whoever has the best deal, that's who they run with. And the problem with foundational Black Americans is they have been loyal to the Democratic Party despite never receiving anything. We have been voting blue no matter who all of our lives. And what happens when they know that they can count on your vote? They don't have to work to get it. And that's why a lot of us have never been able to, you know, advance. That's why all these other groups, they get help, they get support, their communities get lifted up because they are political prostitutes. They are political whores. They do not have an allegiance to any group. They don't believe in Democrats and they don't believe in Republicans. What they believe in is what is the current deal being offered for our vote, right? A perfect example would be the Palestinians, right? As you know, they were very much against the war happening between Israel and Palestine. They called on Kamala Harris and the Democratic administration to do something about it. They did not do anything about it. And what did the Palestinian community, the Islamic community do? They withheld their vote. They either voted for Trump or they withheld their vote or they voted for a third party. But they did not vote for the Democrats. And that killed Kamala Harris in Detroit and in Michigan, right? It killed her, right? So that's how Trump was able to sweep because you know what they thought? They thought that they were going to do what foundational Black Americans have done for 70 years. They thought that that the Islamic community was going to be like, well, we hate Trump that much that we're going to vote for we have no other choice but to vote Democrat. That's what the Democratic Party was counting on. It was like, well, who else are they going to vote for? But when they actually withheld their vote, that killed them up there in Detroit, Michigan. That killed them. And it was over. So, yeah, man. That's what we have to do. We have to start being political whores. Because what we've essentially done as the foundational Black American community, what we have done is we have made the Democratic Party complacent. They ain't got to do nothing for us. They know we're not leaving. And it made the Republicans turn their back on us because they're like, listen, they're gonna vote blue no matter who. So it's no reason to even talk to them because they're gonna vote blue no matter who. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the foundational Black American community killed themselves politically. And the way to get out of it is we shouldn't even vote in the next election. We shouldn't even vote, right? We should regroup as foundational Black Americans and we should basically let them see what we're now willing to do. And as a result, they have to come and cater to us like they do the other groups. But really, they have taken advantage. They have used us for a long time, and for is pretty much our fault as a community because we let them know that they can count on our votes, right? And the BAW, y'all already know she is 10 toes down with them. You know how mad they were when they saw that Black men were no longer cooperating. Oh my God, man. Let's go. So yeah, I went off on a tangent a little bit with that, but yeah, had to get that out the system. All right, man. Hold on. I saw YouTube Heartthrob Forever. You better get on this side. All right. We on Rumble. Okay. We on Rumble. That's why I brought this here. We on Rumble, bro. So get your butt over here on the Rumble side. You see us. We at the Crypto Gang Podcast on Rumble. So Heartthrob, get over on the Rumble side, good sir. Get over on the Rumble side. If you are watching on YouTube, please come over on the Rumble side. We are all on the Rumble side. We are that's the whole reason I did this live stream, just to make sure that everybody knew where we were. But we are on the Rumble side, so please come on this side. This is where we are, family. Let's Go. All right, so let's get back to this money, guys, because it's nothing I like talking about more, man. This is the beautiful moment, right? Um, so yeah, man. Um, Basically, they have to pass this bill before the midterms. Before the midterms get here, they have to pass this bill, because if they let it go past and we don't know what's going to happen, they might end up being the super majority, right? They might end up, and I hope so, but we don't want to take any chances. We don't want to take any chances. So they need to pass this as quickly as possible. And it looks like they are going to. It looks like you guys are going to be financially free. And I'm here for all of that. Let's go, family.
So, Brian, on where it goes from here, a lot of the senator explained the whole issue of rewards for stablecoin issuers. I know the banks don't like it, right, because they see it as a potential threat to their deposits. But some critics would say you're just trying to protect your business.
Mm-hmm. If you survey Americans, 87% of them say that the current financial system doesn't work for them, that there's too high fees, there's delays, there's unequal access. And so crypto is updating the financial system. The smartest financial service institutions out there and banks are leaning into this as an opportunity. You can see on LinkedIn, they're all hiring for crypto and blockchain product managers and engineers. And Coinbase is actually powering infrastructure for 5 of the largest banks.
First of all, Brian Armstrong, we respect you a whole lot more if you just say, hell yeah, I'm trying to protect my business, but I'm trying to make sure my customers eat. We will respect you a whole lot if you say that, right? Now, don't get me wrong. He got to give the politically correct answer, but if he was just like, hell yeah, I'm trying to eat, and I'm trying to make sure my customers eat as well. Like, basically, we are the future and they're trying to get us to live in the past. The bottom line is the future is yield. People need to be rewarded for what they do. I get rewarded for it. They should get rewarded for it too. People will respect you more. But the other thing, do y'all see that he just dropped a gem? I don't know if y'all picked that up, what he just said. Did y'all hear what he said? Somebody put it in the chat if you heard what he said. Hold on. Let me get my man, Detroit 313. Taking care of me, man. Detroit, man. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but thank you, brother. He said, that's okay, because I think the black community are the minority that vote. He says can't and won't be able to win the election anyways, because majority of black folks are voting for the couch. But that's what I'm saying, right? We have to let them know definitively that we're sitting on the couch, right? We have to let them know definitively we're sitting on the couch before they approach us and ask us, what do we want? You see, the thing is, you see how we have adopted the term foundational black Americans. And what that has ultimately done is it has separated us from all other people who are melanated. So anybody that looks like us, if they don't define themselves as foundational black Americans, then they are exposed, right? For being, immigrants, tethers, what have you, right? So I think what's happening is the foundational black Americans are starting to wake up and realize that while we've been voting as a block with immigrants and tethers and all of that, nobody had our interest in mind. So it was the Haitians and the Jamaicans and the Africans and the Caribbeans that were getting money from the small business administration and getting business loans from banks and getting loans to buy homes and things like that. And the foundational black Americans, we're just left to we're relegated to the projects in the hood and the low income areas, while these people are getting access to funds that we don't even know about, right? So now that we're distinctly separating ourselves and we're not voting as a block, this is a bad thing for the Democratic Party because it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Um, you know what I'm saying? Um, so that's what Master Tactics said. I hear foundational Black Africans. That is such a redundant title. Foundational Black. If you're from Africa, you just say Africans. Why the fuck? Like you from Africa? Like we're basically foundational Black Americans is the title of saying we were here in 1619. In 1619 and before, if you're from Africa, your people was there before 1619. So saying foundational Black Africans, that would be crazy. Like that's just redundant. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. That's crazy, right? But foundational Black Americans, right? Basically, uh-oh. I got a message. Oh, okay. All right, I see you. Shout out to my man DG, aka Ice Wody. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, Ice Wody. Appreciate you, my brother. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you, my brother. So yeah, man. Yeah, I know you was joking, Master Tactics. I was just saying, like, that would be crazy if they tried to do that. That's just redundancy right there, right? But yeah, so but that's what it is. It's like we just noticed that um when they lump us in with the people from the Caribbean, from the people from various parts of Africa, people from Haiti or Jamaica, we don't get anything, right? We don't get anything. And all of these other groups, they are able to get loans, business loans, home loans, auto loans. They're able to get funding for their communities. We don't get anything. So we have delineated to separate ourselves. But you want to know what's really funny about that? You want to know what has the majority of the Black community laughing? The fact that people are very offended that we did it. Like, we don't get upset when y'all rep Haiti. We don't get upset when y'all rep Jamaica. We don't get upset when y'all rep whatever part of Africa you from or whatever part of the Caribbean you're from. We don't get upset when y'all say I am a Caribbean American or I am a Haitian American we don't get upset. Why are you upset that we're calling ourselves foundational Black Americans? Could it be that you were cosplaying as us? Could it be that you were using our title to get access to things that you would not get access to if we didn't ride with you? Why are you so upset? That's the comedy of all of this. How are you going to be upset that we want to identify ourselves like you identify yourselves? That's crazy to me. So we're not bothered by it. We're not upset about it. We just think it's comical. We think it's funny, right? All right, man, back to this money. Back to this money, because y'all about to be rich. But did you guys pick up on what this man said? Did y'all pick up on what Brad Garlinghouse said? Huh? If you didn't catch it, he said that the banks are basically hiring for crypto related positions. So they already know that they have to adapt. They're already sending out job posts for people to work in the cryptocurrency division of the bank. I told y'all, man. I told y'all. What did I tell y'all? I said in a minute, you're going to be able to use your crypto as collateral. You're going to be able to use your crypto as collateral at the bank. So when you go for that home loan or whatever, and they're going to be like, all right, what kind of collateral you have? And then one of y'all dudes are going to be like, I got X amount of XRP. And by that time, XRP is probably going to be worth 10 to 15K a coin. they're going to be like, oh, right this way, sir. I'm telling you, it's coming. Let's go, guys.
In the world right now. So the smartest ones are all leaning into this as an opportunity. This is hiring for crypto and blockchain product managers. Americans, 87% of them say that the current financial system doesn't work for them, that there's too high fees, there's delays, there's unequal access. And so crypto is updating the financial system. The smartest financial service institutions out there and banks are leaning into this as an opportunity. You can see on LinkedIn, they're all hiring for crypto and blockchain product managers and engineers. And Coinbase is actually...
I'm trying to tell you, they're letting you know this is the future. This is where you're supposed to be. Let's keep going.
Actually powering infrastructure for 5 of the largest banks in the world right now. So the smartest ones are all leaning into this as an opportunity. This is about, it's good for Coinbase, it's good for the crypto industry, but it's also good for the banking industry to embrace innovation and adoption. America has never been one that just tries to be stagnant and protect the incumbents. We want to lean into the future and make sure that America stays competitive, because we're existing on a global stage here, right? Like China is putting out a central bank digital currency that is paying interest. There's offshore unregulated stablecoins, which are actually much bigger than the ones that are regulated within the US perimeter right now. President Trump has said he wants to repatriate these funds to build this industry here in America, and to do that, we have to have stablecoin rewards.
So where?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Brian Armstrong. Listen, we are not confused. We know that this man is in this game for himself. We know that. We know he's in the game for himself. So we're not going to pretend that he's not. But the fact that he's like, nah, we need these dudes to eat too, you know, that's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful thing. Shout out to my brother and my family, Mr. Omar Price in the building. He said the midterms is going to make a huge difference in the future of America. He says, I hope Pence becomes our next president for the sake of crypto. Pence? Who is that? Who is that? Who's Pence? What you mean? I don't even know who that is, Omar Price. You gonna have to put me up on that. Who the hell is Pence? Because I thought this dude, what's his name, was on his way to being president. What's his name? JD Vance. I thought he was on his way to being that dude. You telling me that what you call it is I don't know, bruh. I don't know. But yeah, man. You know, I thought it was JD, bro. I thought it was JD, but you know. Now I know he ain't talking about no Mike Pence. I know you ain't talking about no Mike Pence. I think he talking about somebody else. Yeah, we talk about JD Vance. Like, oh boy, you joking. That dude big going. I'm like, listen, that dude, what's his name? Mike Pence. I know he felt stupid when Trump got reelected. I know he felt stupid because he was doing everything that he thought he should do because he didn't think that Trump was ever going to come back. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. I think I know that Pence felt stupid after that. Like, damn, this nigga made it to the presidency twice. He counted him out, bro. He counted him out. So I know he feels stupid, man. Let's go. All right. So let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going.
Are you in discussions with the White House on moving this forward and getting it passed by April?
Yeah, well, the administration has been incredible on this. President Trump setting the tone from the top, naming David Sachs as the crypto czar, Patrick Witt, and then the Senate has been incredible as well. So they're meeting, as far as I can tell, daily on this to try to move this forward, and they just deserve a ton of credit. So all we've tried to do is behind the scenes be constructive, lay out potential solutions that can be a good win-win outcome for crypto and the banks. And I feel confident they'll get something done.
Is it moving forward with these rewards in place for stablecoin?
Yes, there's a small list of remaining open items, and I think that if a compromise can be found, this will get to the president's desk for a signature in a few months.
What about?
Damn, son. Y'all about to be rich. I think it's gonna be JD Vance and Marco Rubio. That's what I think 2028 is gonna bring. JD Vance and Marco Rubio. That's what I believe. And if that's the case, they are definitely gonna win. If it's JD Vance and Marco Rubio, they're gonna win because JD Vance is his ear is too close to the street. He's a social media dude, so he knows what's going on. But yeah, I think it's gonna be JD Vance and Marco Rubio. That's what I believe the next crew is gonna be. And I think that they're gonna if that is the case, they're gonna win. If that's the case, they're gonna win. Like because the Democrats have nobody. Who do they have that gets you the least bit excited? They don't have anybody. You know, the pendulum has swung very far in the other direction. Y'all remember when Obama was popping, the Republicans had nobody. There was nobody that got people excited. Obama was that fire. He was that electric. He was the electricity. Like it was nothing they could do. Well, now the Republicans, they have that, right? They have they have this dude JD Vance, which everybody loves making fun of, but he's down to earth. He's cool. He gives that persona. And then you have Marco Rubio. And Marco Rubio, he's no nonsense and he speaks plainly. Those two right there, that would be an excellent ticket right there. They don't have anything to run against that on the Democratic side. These, Marco Rubio, vice president, and JD Vance president. I don't think they have anything to beat that. You know what I'm saying? You're right. Victoria said AOC is going to show her titties if you vote for her. My thing is, do you really want to see that? Do you really want to see a crazy bug-eyed chick showing her titties? Like, does that don't even do anything for you? You like, man, please put those away before, and then the other thing is y'all already know how bug-eyed, fanatical chicks do. They'll do some shit like that and then they'll say that you made them do it. You know what I'm saying? So you like, nah, I don't want to see that, shorty. I do not want to see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. Now, I don't think Rubio can go in the president position. He can't go in the president position. He would have to be vice president. He hasn't earned the right to say I'm running for president. He has to go in the vice president position first. And then he can make some noise there. And then he can run for president. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there's nobody that they have that can run for president on the Democratic side. There's nobody. You know what I'm saying? They're just done off. Yep. So that's it. So let's keep going, man, because this is a beautiful thing, man. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful thing. You guys are about to make a nice piece of change. Y'all about to be financially free. Let's go.
The price of Bitcoin and the fact that it was down last year in an up year for the overall market and has started out really rough this year, down more than 20%. Does that impact the sort of broader movement to get more done here?
Not really. I mean, crypto, sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. It's all, Bitcoin is still the best performing asset of the last decade, right? So we try not to take a short-term point of view on that. When crypto prices are down like this, actually Coinbase is buying Bitcoin. We're buying our own stock back. We're just continuing to build in these down markets. So there's an opportunity whether the market is up or down, and we try to just take it.
Why do you think it's down so much?
People have a lot of Monday morning quarterback type theories on this. Whenever the market moves, they'll say, Kevin Warsh is an inflation hawk, or they'll say that quantum computing is on the horizon. In my view, the markets are a little bit more psychological than that. People say, I don't think there's any substantive issue, but I think other people do, and they'll want to lock in gains and move it up and down.
One thing I've heard is that quantum is going to break the blockchain. Mm-hmm. Is that true?
No, that's not true. I think that's a very solvable issue, and actually Coinbase has been very front-footed on this. We put together a quantum advisory council, and we're in regular contact with the major blockchains about a path to upgrade to a post-quantum cryptography world. So we're going to stay engaged on that, and I think it's very solvable.
Senator,
the crazy thing is, if it is gonna destroy blockchain, it's gonna be the government doing it, because they're gonna be the only ones that have access to it, because them fucking computers cost you know, hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars. So if the only the only group that's gonna have access to that will be government. So, you know, you look at the CIA and all of them for that. But yeah, man. So this is it, bro. This is it. It looks like we are on our way to being financially free, bro. Let's go. So we heard from Brian Armstrong. Let's hear from your man, Brad Garlinghouse. Let's go, family.
U.S. lawmakers ramping up efforts to advance the stalled Clarity Act aimed at bringing regulatory certainty to crypto markets. The bill facing a Senate standoff over stablecoin reward rules, whether crypto players can pay rewards for customers moving money from traditional banks to the crypto platforms. The White House stepping in to broker a deal, setting a March 1st deadline to move the legislation forward before the midterms. Joining me now is the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, back with us. Brad, great to see you.
Great to see you.
Thank you so much for being here. So you predicted an 80% chance that this bill is signed by April, saying that clarity is better, and obviously than uncertainty. Tell us where you get that.
Everybody's saying April. Let me give a shout out to my man Omar Price. He said, I thought the vice president last name was Pence. Yeah, that was in 2016, 2017 to 2020. But the new one is JD Vance. Let me find out you've been asleep for 4 years, bro. Shout out to Omar Price, man. Damn, Sonny. This dude, Omar Price, I'm gonna just let you know. You racist, bro. You racist. That dude said they all look alike. They all look alike. I hear you, Omar Price. It's your prejudiced self, man. That dude said they all look alike. But appreciate that super chat /rant, brother. Appreciate that. Let's go. But yeah, man. We here. Let's go. All right, listen. Over there on the YouTube side, you need to come over here to the Rumble side, please. Come on over to the Rumble side. You see us over here. It says Rumble at the Crypto Gang Podcast. Go to Rumble and join us on this side, family, because you know, this was the stream to just let everybody know, because some people thought we just disappeared or something. Nah, we've been here, family. We've been here. So just come on this side and join us. We all here. So all my all my people watching on YouTube, but nobody from YouTube is responding, so I don't know if dudes are okay. Autobot, get over here on Rumble. You already on Rumble. What you doing over there on the YouTube side? And Master Tactics, what are you doing on it? Ain't both of y'all already over here on this side? Get over here on the Rumble side and stop playing. Let's go, man. We over here on this side. Let's go, family. I just got on to the YouTube just to let y'all know that we're on the Rumble side. So everybody that's on YouTube, if you can, you know, basically we're all on the Rumble side. So just go ahead and make that switch, because we're saying goodbye to YouTube, right? We're saying fuck YouTube. They can eat a dick as far as we're concerned, and fuck them very much. So that's it. You know, no, I'm not saying you have to abandon, you know, YouTube if you use it for other things. I'm just saying for our live streams, we're gonna be on what you call it, right? We're gonna be on Rumble for our live streams, right? Shout out to my man Uriah Victorious in the building. He said just dropping support. Appreciate that, my dude. Appreciate that support as always, man. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for all the new subscribers in the building. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. I mean that. Let's go. Right? Oh, okay. Marcus Cowell say Rumble isn't on his gaming system, but it's on your phone. It's on your phone, Marcus Cowell. Let's go, man. It's on your phone. He said he don't want to watch on his phone. He want to watch on his gaming system, right? Yeah, man. So guys, y'all are on your way to being financially free. Y'all are on your way to being financially free. And this is beautiful, man. This is beautiful. This dude, both of them are saying that you're gonna see something by April. Let's go, man. We almost done with February. These dudes are saying you're gonna see something by April. Let's go, man.
Expectation.
Well, I mean, to some degree, you can never predict exactly how Senate and Congress are going to act. But
Unless you're in the prediction markets.
That's, we should talk about that too.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Look, actually, the prediction markets around this point, around the Clarity Act, spiked because of some comments yesterday from Senator Moreno, who's been an advocate. I think it's now 90% it will pass by the end of April. I had said a couple weeks ago, I thought end of April. At the time, people thought that was a little
90%. 90%. I told y'all dudes, they have to pass this bill. And the reason that it has to be passed is because, hold on. Family, are y'all getting messages? Hold on. Family, the future is here. The future is here, man. Are you getting messages from your crypto accounts asking if you want to pay pay directly from your wallet? So if you want to buy things, you can use your card to pay and it'll come out of your wallet. Guys, the future is here, man. The future is here. Y'all are out here playing games. I'm over here looking at one of my accounts and they like, yo, we about to bring a card and you can pay for things directly from your card. Family, I'm trying to tell y'all the future is here. That's it. So a seed says, I'm mad. YouTube didn't even give you any strikes or warnings. No. They wanted me off. Like I said in that last stream, the whole, we're not monetizing you thing. That was basically in the hopes to get us off. But like I told you, if it wasn't for you guys, right, with the super chats and stuff like that, bro, we would have been off of YouTube a long time ago. They got mad because they didn't believe that our family was that strong. And they just said, fuck it, man, let's throw this dude off. And listen, I'm probably like in the second batch because I heard that they threw a lot of dudes off in the first batch. I got thrown off in the second batch, and I guess that other people will be coming in the third batch. But yeah, and then even when you ask, okay, can you tell me what I did so I know not to do it again? They say, well, you had did some things and you had said some stuff. So next time, just don't do things and say stuff. Like what the fuck YouTube, man. Fuck YouTube. Straight up. So that's it. Shout out to my man. Hold on. My man Corey Robinson, appreciate that. Cash App brother. He says, facts, Oheen, Wells Fargo off the chain with emails. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm getting messages and they like, hey, you be able to spend your crypto from this. We'll send you a card and you'll be able to spend your crypto from that card. So whatever you got in crypto, that'll come out. You can go to the store and you can buy shit. Listen, man, the future's here, man. The future is here. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That is it. The future is here, baby. Family, do y'all hear what they're talking about? These dudes are telling you that you are about to see the bill pass as early as April. It might be sooner than that, but they're saying by April. So that means that any time between that, you can see it. You know what I'm saying? So that is incredible. I think that's beautiful. And I say, yeah, man. Um, that's what listen, y'all gonna be financially free. That's all I have to say. Let's get back to it.
Optimistic. There's a meeting today with a lot of leaders on both sides, the crypto and banking, in the White House. Actually, it's in 30 minutes or so. Ripple's chief legal officer.
This dude was doing an interview and was like, yo, we got to go back in 30 minutes to have this meeting about the Clarity Act. And again, this is beautiful because once it is passed, millions of crypto coins disappear from the face of the earth. You are only going to be left with a small group of cryptocurrencies, right? You're definitely going to be left with all the ISO 222s, but there are other coins that are outside of ISO 222 that have use case. Like, for instance, VeChain has use case, right? Shit, I'm praying that Fun Token and the fact that they deal with gambling has use case. I'm praying, Jesus Christ, because that is one of my guilty pleasures right there. I wouldn't tell any of y'all to get into Fun Token, but that's one of my guilty pleasures. But the fact that they deal with gambling, that is a use case. I'm hoping that it stays because that is my baby. Again, Black Spawn, we been here, Black Spawn. That's the thing, bro. Black Spawn. That's why I'm doing the live stream on YouTube, right? Because I'm telling the brothers, by the way, make sure you join us on this side. Black Spawn, we on Rumble. So when they took me off of YouTube, we got on Rumble. So we're on Rumble right now. So if you can join us over here, that will be beautiful, right? That will be beautiful. So yeah, anybody who's watching from YouTube, if you can join us real quick on Rumble, that will be a beautiful thing, right? So, oh, by the way, BTT family, I don't even have a doubt that BTT is staying. I don't even have a doubt because it has a strong use case. It has a strong use case. So I don't have a doubt that BTT is being utilized, right? I don't have a doubt about that. So yeah, man, that is what it is, brother. That is what it is. Let's go. I have no doubt that BTT is going to be a problem. VeChain is going to be a problem. And there's a lot of different coins that have use cases, right? I have no doubt that they will remain. What I am, looking at though is one of the things that I'm nervous about is Fun Token. I'm hoping that Fun Token, because it deals with gambling, they consider that a use case. I hope they jump through the hurdles that they need to jump through. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, right? Um, okay, Santiago said he gonna catch me on the Rumble side. Appreciate you, Santiago. Let's go. Appreciate you. Let's go. All right, man. Zbeck is another one, right? XDC is another one, right? So there's a lot of coins that have use case, but all of those bullshit, slimy pump.fun coins, they gotta go. They gotta go. That's the bottom line. They gotta go, bro. Like, that's it. So that's what it is, bro. That's what it is. So I think this is the most beautiful thing ever, because once this is passed, oh, by the way, come on, man, we got over 100 people in here. Hit that like button, man. Stop playing. Hit that like button. Let's go. Hit that like button. How we gonna have 48 likes and we got over 140 people in here? Come on, man. Hit that like button. Stop playing. Hit that like button. Let's go. let Rumble know that we are, you know, a very sought after, program, so we can move up in the ranks. You know what I'm saying? Let them know people like this dude. You know what I'm saying? So we can build up over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, let's go, family. So yeah, man. But this is a beautiful thing because once this gets going, game over, baby. Game over. Listen, we got the crypto account saying, hey, man, you want us to send you a card so you can spend money from your crypto account? Do you understand that means that the banks are done for? Do you understand that means that the banks are done? That means if you can spend crypto from your crypto account, then that means the only other use that you had for a bank is now getting ready to go away. If you can pay your bills from your crypto account, why the fuck would you use a bank? The banks know that they're going, man. The banks know. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Representing kind of Team Ripple there. But the White House is pushing hard on this, and I think that is a big reason why it will get done. It needs to get done for U.S. leadership. President Trump has been a clear leader and put the stake out there that we need the U.S. to be the crypto capital of the world.
This is the greatest thing that has ever happened to us, gentlemen. This is the greatest thing. Listen, all we're doing is sitting in our boats or our ships or whatever you're sitting on, waiting for that water to come in. We was here already. We was here. Let's go.
That's good for U.S. competitiveness, and that leadership from David Sachs and Patrick Witt in the White House have been really critical around this.
So what's the Ripple position in the meeting today?
Our position is very much don't let perfection be the enemy of progress. No bill that gets to Congress or gets through Congress, no bill's perfect. And I think that it got stalled because I think some in the industry were kind of pushing for something a little bit more perfect. Our view is we need clarity. Ripple has been fortunate, and we got sued by the U.S. government and had a federal judge say XRP is not a security. We have clarity.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
And you got that clarity in the Genius Act.
We did get the stablecoin market got that clarity in the Genius Act. But the industry, the crypto and blockchain industry in the United States needs the same clarity that Ripple had to fight for in the courts. And I think for this
that
industry,
XRP is a security.
The XRP is not a security.
Okay.
And that's what the courts ruled very clearly. And so we were very happy to have that. But the whole industry can't live in limbo. And so our argument is the Clarity Act, it needs to get done for the industry to thrive here in the United States.
So how do the rules differ when you're overseen by the CFTC, since the CFTC will oversee non-securities and the SEC will be in charge of securities?
Correct. So if something's a security, you have all kinds of obligations because if you own part of a company, it's a security, then you get dividends, you get right, title, and interest to governance rules, who you elect to the board of directors. That's not true in the crypto industry. And that's, I think, the false narrative that the Biden administration, the war that the Biden administration waged on crypto ultimately failed in the courts. And I think it failed the United States, failed the people of the United States. And I think trying to push it into a securities framework that was developed literally 80, almost 100 years ago, never made sense. And I think the courts have clarified that. And if we get the Clarity Act passed, I think the whole industry can continue to thrive here.
Very good. Meanwhile, we're talking about a pretty good sell-off in prices. Give us the impact on Ripple. I mean, when you see crypto like Bitcoin down, what, 50% from the highs, others down 40% from the highs. What's behind that, and how has it impacted Ripple?
Now, here's the thing. Here is the thing. I think the current downturn of crypto, I really believe that is simply masterpiece theater. I think they did that on purpose. I think they did that to make people believe that we are in a deep crypto winter. I think they did it to make people get out and sit on the side. I think once the Clarity Act is officially passed, you are going to see a super rush and surge of money come into the space, because you're going to see that all of these companies, they're going to basically make the market run. And then that's when you're going to see retail come in too late. They're going to come in at the high prices, and people are going to use them as exit liquidity, right? We done seen this happen a bunch of times. But here's the difference. Here's the difference. When the companies jump into the crypto space, when the financial institutions, when the banks and stuff jump in, that is the moment that I believe that you won't see crypto go down to the numbers that we see now, right? It will no longer be volatile in the sense that Bitcoin will go down 50%, 60%. I think once they are officially and legally able to jump into the crypto space, I think the numbers will never come down to affordable prices for retail ever again. I think if you're not in crypto at the time that the financial community, the banking system, and all of them get in, if you're not in at that time, you will never be able to get in after that. You will only be able to buy pieces of coins. You will not be able to own entire coins after that. So if you figure this out too late, everything will be like Bitcoin is to you right now, right? Right now, Bitcoin is hovering in the 60s somewhere. All of that is too expensive, right? If you want to buy Bitcoin, you can only buy a piece of it. Ethereum is out of reach, but not too much. You can, if you work hard and you work quickly, you can own at least one Ethereum, because it's under 2,000. But even the price of all of those coins, they're going to be out of your reach. You're not going to be able to have those coins. They're all going to be out of your reach. That's what I believe. I believe the price is going to be so high, you will not be able to afford them. And that's how they're going to keep you out. And the reason this is going to happen, is because they don't want wild fluctuations in the price. They don't want it to be, 5,000 here, and then all of a sudden it's 2,000. They can't have that. So they need the price to be so high that even when it does do the volatility thing, it's not enough to create any kind of dent. And if you don't believe that, then go look at the stock market. Excuse me. Look at the prices when they say that the market was down. What do they say? Oh, it went down 2%. It went down 3%. And that's a problem for them. But it's never low enough that retail can get in and feel comfortable at what the price that they brought it at, right? If it costs $1,000, the volatility is it went down to $950. It's still too expensive for you to buy, but that's the volatility for it. It was originally $1,000. It went down to $980. That's the volatility. That is what's going to be available once the financial system gets into crypto, right? So let's keep it going, family. Let's keep it going.
Well, look, I think one of the things is what we're talking about right now, the lack of clarity. And I think as the Clarity Act got stalled in late January, that certainly didn't help. Look, Ripple had a tremendous year in 2025, and we're starting 2026 in a really strong place because there's more interest from CFOs and treasurers and even boards of directors saying, hey, how could we be using these technologies to make our systems more efficient? Stablecoins, to me, are the starting line. That's where it starts. And it gives experimentation of, okay, now I can move my money 24/7. I can move it more inexpensively. And so stablecoins are the starting point, but blockchain and crypto infrastructure can really change payments broadly. We're seeing that from the Treasurer's office. We're seeing that around what we call prime brokerage services to provide liquidity. Ripple, partly through some acquisitions we did last year, is in a really strong spot as we start the year. To your point about the crypto markets, XRP actually has been the best performing major crypto this year. It's down about 20%. ETH, for example, is down about 33%. And I think the more we demonstrate real practical utility using these technologies to solve real problems, the more you're going to see that play out in a positive way.
Let's go back to the acquisitions that Ripple has made, spending $3 billion on acquisitions since 2023. You've expanded into custody, prime brokerage, treasury management, stablecoin payments, also launching a new treasury platform. How do you continue to scale this up? You had the $1 billion treasury deal aimed at deepening institutional integration. Brad, give us a sense of where the company goes next with all of these businesses now.
So Ripple has been very focused on how do we build bridges between what we've called traditional finance and decentralized finance, or crypto. And those bridges are kind of the core of where our products sit. What we found in buying a company in the treasury management services business, for example, G Treasury is the name of the company, now called Ripple Treasury, but they processed about, or orchestrated about $13 trillion of payments last year.
$25. They're processing $10 trillion worth of payments, but it's going to $25. Isn't that what Van Internet Dad said? Van Internet Dad, he probably think we going too. But, you know, it is what it is. But again, for all of y'all that's watching on YouTube, go ahead and make that switch over to Rumble, you know, at the Crypto Gang Podcast. The link is in the description. If you could click the link and join us, or you can go to Rumble and just put in at the Crypto Gang Podcast. You already know, right? So listen, shout out to everybody that's in XRP. Something tells me that y'all are gonna be some very happy dudes, and I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. Let's go.
Wow. 0 of those payments were crypto enabled. 0 of those payments were stablecoin enabled. And again, what we're seeing, they have over 1,000 customers, corporates that are using their technologies. What we're seeing is those treasurers, those CFOs, even the CEOs are pushing. They want to see how these technologies can make their systems unlock capital that's been trapped overseas, for example. So we're seeing that push. And now we have a great suite of solutions to introduce crypto to those. But today, again, there's 0 overlap between the crypto solutions and what G Treasury had in the past. So it's bringing those together.
So are you expecting more acquisitions then in terms of scaling it further?
We bought two big companies last year. And so the first half of this year is very much on let's pause. Integrate. That takes some work. I was actually in Chicago yesterday where the G Treasury is headquartered. And, look, I'm incredibly excited by the direction of travel we're seeing. Both of those acquisitions are way ahead of our forecast when we bought them. So we're very happy with that. But for the time being, we're going to slow down for a minute before we speed up.
But you've seen, corporate America spend, hundreds of billions of dollars try to adapt to this new world that we're seeing. On a practical level, tell us how things will change in financial services with regard to the digital asset story.
So Ripple is focused is very much on the corporate customer. And so I'll answer that less from the consumer point of view and more from the corporate, right? So if you're a treasurer and managing, a balance sheet that has hundreds of millions of dollars in 10 different bank accounts around the world in different currencies. Even Workday, for example, they hadn't hedged some of their foreign currencies and had a $700 million markdown because they hadn't hedged. And what really a big piece of Ripple's business now is that CFO dashboard. Give me visibility to all my liquidity, even if it's held in stablecoins, even if it's held in digital assets. Because as we've seen, more and more companies are saying, we want exposure to this asset class on our balance sheet. And so seeing that all in one place, being able to manage payments, being able to hedge risk, understanding liquidity, getting yield, because a lot of these, it's interesting, we see that portfolio and hundreds of billions of dollars are sitting dormant in, a 10 basis point yield account that could do much better.
Now, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. They're talking about ease of access, but what they're really talking about is control, right? So they're trying to make it seem like, oh, you see how you have to log into different things so you can get access to different accounts. So, if you got a investment account over here, you got a banking account over there, you got a crypto account over there, and they're saying, let's just set it up where all of these things can be together and they can be in one. But what they're really saying in a nice way is they're trying to figure out how to cut out your lights without having to jump through a whole bunch of hoops to find all the different things you got. See, while they're selling you, it's just like technology, right? Your phone, it looks really nice, but at the same time, it is listening to you. It's spying on you. It's telling everybody what you go look at during the day, who you call, stuff like that. This shit is a snitch device. It's pretty, but it's a snitch device, right? What they're trying to do is they're trying to get all your accounts into one place. And that way, when they institute social credit scores and, all that bullshit, if you violate, they want to be able to cut you off in one fell swoop. Make sure you don't have access to your investment accounts. Make sure you don't have access to your your bank accounts. Make sure you don't have access to your credit cards. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're trying to do. So they're trying to sell it to you as beauty. I'm like, listen, if you got one of them dope ass refrigerators that got the little TV screen inside of it and all of that, that shit snitching on you. If you got a brand new car, if your car is late 2020s, if your car is late 2020s, that shit snitches on you. You got a high insurance payment and you don't fucking know why. It's because that car is like, yo, this nigga be driving 65 into 55 regularly. Your car is snitching on you to the insurance companies. They're trying to get more control. That's basically it. They hate the fact that if you got a Merrill Lynch account, if you got a JP Morgan Chase account, if you got a fucking, Coinbase account, if you got another account over here, another account over here, they hate the fact that they got to keep jumping through hoops to get access to those things. It's too much work looking for how much. You know what I'm saying? It's too much work on looking for that stuff. So they just want it all in one place so they can just cut it all off from there. So I just want y'all to know that crypto, while it is our saving grace, for the retail investor, it is a new form of control. It's streamlined control. You know what I'm saying? It's streamlined control. That's basically what it is, right? Now, I'm saying we know this shit is coming. You might as well be on top when it comes. Don't be the customer. You might as well be at the top. You might as well be the head nigga in charge. Bottom line, you know what I'm saying? Kim Morocco says, I don't think I'll ever get a smart refrigerator. Listen, everything you got is already snitching on you. Your laptop is snitching on you. Your computer is snitching on you. Your phone is snitching on you. Your television is snitching on you. Everything is snitching on you. Everything is snitching on you. They sell it to you beautifully. Like, oh, this right here, this is the new shit. You got to get the new. Your car is snitching on you, right? Everything is snitching on you, bro. So the refrigerator, that's just gonna be another nigga snitching on you. That's all. It ain't gonna make it any different because everything is snitching on you. Everything's snitching on you. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, right? Yeah, my man Detroit say even Nike is snitching on you. Yeah, man. They got pairs of shoes that tell on you. Yep, they definitely got that. Yeah, man. He walking over here. He walks this much, that type of shit. So yeah, You right about that, bro. You right about that. Um. So yeah, man. Oh, Blue Book Avenger said he learned the hard way with Progressive. What they do to you, bro? Yeah, because you remember back in the day, they used to ask you, could they install something into your car that would keep track? And of course, everybody in their right mind was like, fuck no. No, you can't put that in my car. So they just said, fuck it. We're going to have to bypass these dudes because everybody keeps saying no, right? And then when the new cars were made, these motherfuckers snitch on you now. So they tell how fast you was driving, when you was driving that fast, all of that shit. And they look at those records and they be like, oh, okay, this dude is a reckless driver, so we're gonna give him higher rates. And then when you ask them, yo, how did you come up with that price? Well, we look at different metrics, and what they mean is your car is snitching on you. That's what they mean, right? So that's it. Blue Book Avenger said insurance went from 150 to over 300. So I'm guessing that you have a new car and they access that information. Blue Book. Let me know if I'm right about that. I'm guessing you have a new car, and yeah, you got a new car. Blue Book. You got a late model. Your shit is like 2020 something and better, right? Your shit is like 2020 something and better. Let me know. Let me know, bro. Let me know. All right. Cause yeah, man. Yeah. They getting crazy. Cause they, them cars, they snitching on y'all. They snitching on y'all. Yeah, Blue Book, he got a new whip. Yeah, he got a 2018. So yeah, these fucking cars, they snitching, bro. They snitching. Let's go. My man Master Tactics said he got a 2003 RAV4. And I know you proud of that shit. Listen, when I was living in the States and I brought that Palisade, I didn't really want to get a new car. I was still in love with my Chrysler Aspen, but it died on me. The engine went out and I had to let it go. I was sad. Yo, they was surprised. They was like, yo, this is crazy. Somebody brought it from me, but whoever bought it, I know that they went in and rebuilt an engine because the car was still beautiful. I was fucking mad. I would still be driving that. I would have still been driving that car before I left. Before I left North Carolina, if it was still working for me. I just didn't have the money or the time to rebuild the engine. But yeah, that was what I got. So I had to get a brand new I got the brand new Palisade at the time, the 2022. Yo, that shit was snitching all the time, bro. It was snitching. It was just telling everything, bro. Just telling everything, right? Oh yeah, your phone does that too. Your phone snitches on you about your speed. JC, the gamer, he said, doesn't your phone track your speed even when if you don't have the newest car from the GPS? Oh shit, I didn't even think about that, JC. You know what? Thank you, man. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, man. So it don't even matter if you got a new car, an old car. Damn, son. Damn. Yeah, you're right. They can use that, man. They can use that. So you're right about that. All right, let's get back to this money, man, because we over here going off on tangents right now. Let's go.
What did you make of the Clarity Act getting stalled? Because partly you had the folks at Coinbase saying, look, we don't like the language here when it comes to the rewards. Is that the only or main sticking point here? What else needs to be done to get that legislation back on track?
So it is definitely the main sticking point, and I think you saw the vast majority of the crypto industry kind of leaning in and saying, hey, while this may not be perfect, this is a major step forward, and we need that clarity. I do think the way I think about it, as you back up, we need a level playing field for both sides. You've seen the CEO of Goldman Sachs, David Solomon, come out and kind of as an advocate for the Clarity Act, because Goldman Sachs wants that same level playing field to compete with potentially crypto companies. I love that. That means the traditional financial industry is coming into the crypto industry more and more, and they want to make sure for them to compete, they have those clear rules of the road.
Now, here's the thing. Understand, Brad Garlinghouse is out for himself, right? Brad Garlinghouse. Now, here's the thing. I think he's worth like $10 billion, right? He's worth like $10 billion. So this is not about money for him because he's worth $10 billion, right? The only thing that he's going to get from this is more billions. I mean, listen, when you get your first million, you are like, oh shit, I'm a millionaire, right? But you know that you just made it over that line, right? You just made it over that line. If you go buy a pack of Skittles, you back under millionaire status, right? So just making it over that line is exciting. But of course, as you get to these hurdles, 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, that shit gets exciting, right? You make it to $1 billion, you are elated. But once you get up there in those numbers, it's not, it's not exciting anymore. So it's just like, it's like the reason people gamble is because the winning feels better, right? After you faced a long amount of losses and you finally win, that shit is beautiful. Just like a sports team. A sports team loses for years and then finally they win. That win is beautiful. It feels better than anything they've ever felt before. But once money just starts coming at you like this is some regular ass shit, it's just a regular day, right? He's worth $10 billion. So he's not worried about money. He doesn't care about money, right? What he cares about is being able to have his name on the next stage of the monetary system. He wants to be able to say that it was Brad Garlinghouse's XRP that has paved the way for the new financial structure. Now, instead of waiting 3 to 5 business days, you get your money in 3 to 5 seconds. That's what he's going for now. He doesn't care about the money. Listen, by the time this shit is done, he'll be a trillionaire, right? That's not going to mean anything to him because it's nothing that he wants now that he can't get. There's nothing that he wants right now that he can't get. This is not about that for him. He's out for glory. He's out for a statue, right? He's out for being in the history books. He wants to, slide a deal. He's in it for legacy now, right? He's in it for legacy now. He's like, listen, you know what I'm saying? So that's what this is about for him, right? The other thing is he's not on our side, right? He was perfectly fine with letting the Clarity Act pass without us getting any yields. He didn't give a fuck. He's like, look, I just want this shit to pass because once it passes, that's when the money starts flowing in. So he didn't care, right? Now, of course, Brian Armstrong, I think Brian Armstrong is worth like $5 billion, right? But he's like, my business is based on customers being able to eat. If they can't eat, they're not going to come to my side of town. So fuck that. We got a problem here. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not mad at these dudes for going for themselves. I am not mad about that. I think it's beautiful, right? That we're in a position that this fight allows us to eat. I think that is like the most beautiful thing that this allows us to eat. You know what I'm saying? So I like that Trump needs this bill passed because that works for us. I like that Brad needed passed because that works for us. And I like that Brian Armstrong needs yields because all of that works for us. Right? It don't matter that they're going for self. What matters is we get the benefit from it. I think that's beautiful. Let's keep it going, man. So yeah, man. So hold on. Um, we don't have to watch all of the interview. Y'all get the point. But I think all of you that own that XRP, man. I think all of y'all that own that XRP, y'all gonna be very happy, dudes. Check this out.
Is finally ready for prime time.
Institutional DeFi is now ready for prime time. Institutional DeFi, gentlemen. That means that the banks and the hedge funds and the financial institutions and Wall Street, they're now ready for decentralized finance. Gentlemen, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Ashish Burla. I am the CEO of Evernorth. I've been building in the XRP ecosystem for the last decade, and I've been waiting for the moment where institutions are ready to adopt blockchain. I think of the on-chain economy as bringing traditional finance to the blockchain. So that can be lending markets, that could be payments, that could be trading equities. But bringing them on chain makes them more efficient, better liquidity, less friction, and more global access. And what Evernorth does is it makes it easy for institutions to bring capital to the entire XRP ecosystem. Evernorth is an XRP digital asset treasury. We're the largest digital asset treasury for XRP out there. We will take the XRP that's in the digital asset treasury and we'll deploy it into yield-bearing instruments. So it has an added benefit of helping to grow the XRP DeFi ecosystem. So we want to see more DeFi players come to the XRP ledger, and we'll help by deploying the capital that we have in the treasury into those DeFi products and generate yield. What makes Evernorth unique is that we are going to be active stewards.
Is he saying that they're going to take the money that they have in escrow and they're going to use that to give yield to people who go on the XRP ledger? So is that been the plan this whole time? Wow. Because they have a good number of XRP in the in escrow. So it sounds like that's what he's saying. Y'all let me know if I heard that wrong. Hold on.
To those DeFi products and generate yield. By deploying the capital that we have in the treasury into those DeFi products and generate yield. What makes Evernorth unique is that we are going to be active stewards of the XRP ecosystem. And that can be anything from running a validator to helping the DeFi protocols flourish by bringing institutional capital to those protocols. We're going to be actively out there bringing new partners to XRP. We're going to be actively helping them develop their products by bringing institutional capital to those protocols. And we'll be developing specs on the XRP ledger for new kinds of protocols that we want to see flourish to help kickstart the DeFi ecosystem. We're excited about a number of different aspects to DeFi in the XRP ecosystem. Anything that gets users of XRP, institutions, and companies like Evernorth doing more on protocol with their XRP makes a lot of sense. And that could be anything from staking to participating and earning yield off of a DeFi protocol. I've been waiting for this moment around XRP. A lot of different things are aligning that make this a perfect time for launching a product like Evernorth. Number one, there's regulatory clarity around XRP. Number two, the DeFi ecosystem is starting to build around XRP. And then third, with Evernorth, institutional capital is ready to come and bridge into that DeFi ecosystem.
Man, listen. All you dudes that's holding that XRP, man. Listen, man. Let's go. All y'all dudes that are holding that XRP. Man. I'm trying to tell y'all, congratulations. Congratulations, my dudes. Let's go. Let's keep it going, though. Let's keep it going. Let's go. Here we go.
Investors, Coinbase has just added XRP to be used as collateral for on-chain loans. And during today's episode, we're going to be breaking down the pros and cons of this brand new update out of Coinbase, as XRP can be used as collateral for USDC on-chain loans. Now, this is very exciting for XRP holders who won't have to sell their XRP in order to take profit, but it also introduces meaningful risks, especially given XRP's high volatility.
Now, I'm not, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, don't utilize it, right? Because it's based on the same concept as leverage, right? You don't want to play those games. You don't want to you want to wait until the markets get stable, right? You want to wait till the markets get stable before you even play those games, right? Because the bottom line is, let's say you jump out there, you try to get a loan on your XRP now, and then this shit drops really low, they're gonna liquidate you and they're gonna keep your XRP. So don't do it. I'm just showing you because I think it's pretty interesting that they've gotten to this point now. If you didn't think that XRP was solidified in the game, I think this right here tells you more than anything what it is. You know what I'm saying? So just had to show you gentlemen these things. Y'all already know. Y'all already know what it is, right? So yeah, man. So I just had to let y'all know what it was. Um, thank you guys, man. We coming up on the 2-hour mark. I gotta get to work. Gentlemen, y'all already know what it is. Thank you, everybody who has sent a super chat / rant. Well, I don't know if it's super rant or super chat or whatever, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Anybody who has sent the Cash App, thank you to everybody who came over from YouTube and joined us on Rumble. Right, I did this live stream connecting to both because I wanted to make sure that the people that followed on YouTube, I wanted to make sure that they knew that we was over here on Rumble and we've been chilling ever since. Like, we never took a break. We've been hanging out. And you can see, if you just joined us on Rumble, you can see my videos that's already listed. I haven't stopped. We've been going, man. So you can go ahead and look at those videos and you know what it is, and definitely send the bat signal to the other brothers who might have thought that we disappeared. Go ahead and let them know we over here on Rumble. You know what I'm saying? Definitely hit that like button, and y'all know that I'ma holler at y'all, man. So appreciate y'all again, man. Thank y'all for being here. I'm so glad that you guys are on your way to financial freedom. Y'all deserve it. And this is a beautiful thing, man. This is a beautiful thing. So with that, gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sign off. Salute, gentlemen. We out of here. Peace.